Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a car with automatic transmission and you want to know what are the symptoms of bad transmission valve body. Stay with us, we'll explain that and common mistakes people make that can actually guys completely destroy your transmission. Make sure to stay until the end, we'll explain what it is. Now, some of those symptoms, if you have a bad valve body, it may sound like you have terribly bad transmission that you need to replace, and in some cases you can simply fix it by doing something very simple. Make sure to stay and we'll share that information. Now, if you guys know about that a little bit, you know that every single car we get at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Simply because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. Now, if you need to buy any parts tools for a good price and quick shipping, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from, and you can save quite a bit of money, okay, instead of paying a really high price for transmission fluid, parts, tools, anything like that. That transmission guys, we remove the oil pan, that's the transmission fluid. I want to show you how nasty it is. Okay, when you stir it, you can see those black swirls. That's actually guys right here, contamination from the clutches, bearings, multiple moving parts, and eventually guys, if you don't change your transmission fluid, you can see the deposits here as well. That those deposits will start accumulating in the valve body, okay, because all the oil goes through the valve body, practically the shifter solenoids as well, and eventually the transmission will start acting up. Some people say, okay, but if I replace my transmission fluid, okay, things go bad. On most transmission, check with your manual, but most transmission, okay, it's fine to change the transmission fluid. For instance, this one, it's required to do it every 50,000 miles, and things that can go wrong if you change it. Number one, people don't use the correct type of fluid. Okay, make sure you have the correct type and make sure you have original fluid. Okay, if you have a transmission built by Hyundai, buy transmission fluid by Hyundai guys, because that way you will ensure that everything is right. If you can replace the transmission filter, replace it. On this one, it's non-replaceable, unfortunately. That's another reason why you need to change the fluid more often as well. Number two, people will not check the fluid level correctly in their automatic transmission, so follow the procedure for your specific car. Number three, sometimes you may need to change the fluid up to 3 times, because the first time you change it, you will change practically only about 50 to 60%, because you will not be able to drain the whole transmission due to the fact that the torque converter is still full, and if you have not removed the valve body, you still have oil in the valve body, around the valve body, so more fluid is still in the transmission. And when you put clean fluid, that clean fluid can actually break those deposits loose, and the transmission may start acting up, so you need to change it up to 2 more times. That way you will change the fluid, probably about 90% of the fluid in your transmission guys. Now, what are the symptoms of bad valve body, and how you can easily fix it sometimes without replacing it? We'll talk about that next. The valve body guys has multiple moving parts, springs. It's controlled by the oil flow solenoids here, and cool thing about those guys is they are removable and you can clean them. Sometimes a bad solenoid can resemble the same symptoms of a bad valve body, and they're not hard to remove or replace. Another thing guys, if you experience hard shifting, could be because of bad valve body. If you experience kicking, slipping of the transmission, that can be caused by a bad valve body as well. That's very likely, especially guys if you have the wrong type of fluid, or if you have old worn fluid, that can happen. So hard shifting, kicking, slipping, all that could be symptoms of bad valve body, and it can happen easily when the transmission actually gets warm after you drive it for a while and it shows more. It could be bad valve body. You can try additives such as Lucas Stop Slip. This usually helps quite a bit guys. We're really happy with that additive. If you have vibrations from the transmission, shutter vibrations, shutter fix works really good as well. I'll put links in the description of the video below where you can get them from. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.